Disney Cruise Lines are investigating how a child fell overboard from one of their ships over the weekend. The Disney Dream was sailing back to Fort Lauderdale from the Bahamas yesterday when a little girl fell overboard from a fourth-floor balcony. Witnesses say the girl's father then jumped into the water to save her. The crew immediately issued a man overboard alert and deployed a rescue boat within minutes. The father and daughter were brought back safely. It's still unclear how the child fell overboard. Ukraine says Russia has launched its largest aerial attack on Ukraine since the war began. More than 500 drones and missiles were fired over the weekend, with strikes hitting multiple regions, including areas far from the front lines. The escalation comes as Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said on Sunday that he had signed a decree to pull Ukraine out of the Ottawa Convention. That bans the production and the use of anti-personnel mines. Zelensky says it is a necessary step in view of Russian attacks. Other countries bordering Russia, including Finland, Poland, and the three ex-Soviet Baltic states, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, have or are planning to pull out of that agreement. British police are examining videos of a band that led chants of death to the IDF, referring to the Israel Defense Forces at the Glastonbury Festival. Fox's Stephanie Bennett has more now from London.
Glastonbury is Britain's biggest summer music festival, drawing in 200,000 fans as acts perform on 120 different stages. Not a headliner, but making the headlines. Rap punk duo Bob Vylan led crowds on Saturday in chants of, quote, free, free Palestine and death, death to the IDF. Local police say they'll review video evidence to determine whether any offenses may have been committed that would require a criminal investigation. The Israeli embassy to the UK said on social media that it was deeply disturbed by the inflammatory and hateful rhetoric expressed on stage. And Health Secretary Wes Streeting condemned the rapper's actions as appalling, and that the festival's organizers and the BBC, which is broadcasting the event live, has questions to answer. But the BBC said it issued a warning on screen about very strong and discriminatory language.
Well, I thought it was appalling, to be honest, and I think the BBC and Glastonbury have got questions to answer about how we saw such a spectacle on our screens. I'd also say to the Israeli embassy, get your own house in order in terms of the conduct of your own citizens and the settlers in the West Bank.
Festival organizers posted on Instagram saying Vylan's chants very much crossed a line, and in part, quote, as a festival, we stand against all forms of war and terrorism, and that with almost 4,000 performances, there will inevitably be artists and speakers appearing on our stages whose views we do not share. Going on to say there is no place at Glastonbury for anti-Semitism, hate speech, or incitement to violence. Irish rap group Kneecap also performed despite a terror charge for one of its members for allegedly displaying a flag in support of Hezbollah at a concert in November. He's denied the charge but will head to court in August.
It's actually vital that artists are free to speak their mind and speak their feelings.
Tonight is the last night of the festival, and headliners include Rod Stewart and Olivia Rodrigo. In London, Stephanie Bennett, Fox News.